Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I want to welcome you to another episode of the Purpose Podcast. Listen, today I want to talk to you about the killer of low capacity. The killer of low capacity. We're in a day and a time where our capacity is an all-time low. Many people, the very things that we used to be able to do in a fast pace easily, has now become hard. It's become difficult. And many times we have this question of does capacity change? How do I navigate life when the very things that used to be easy for me are now hard? Or perhaps I no longer have the same time or energy to do what I used to do. And so I want to talk about the killers. I'm going to give you 4 killers of low capacity. Before I begin, capacity is defined as the maximum amount that something can handle. The maximum amount that something can handle. Capacity can also be defined as the ability, capability, competence, or aptitude of a person. It is the person's potential or power to do something, whether physical or mental. Another definition is capacity is the ability to use and understand information to make a decision and communicate any decision made. A person lacks capacity if their mind is impaired or disturbed in some way, which means they're unable to make a decision at that time. And so, what is low capacity? Low capacity simply is they have a limited ability to perform a specific task or handle a certain situation. A limited ability to perform a specific task or handle a certain situation. If you in a relationship, you heard somebody say, I don't have the capacity for this, I don't have the time for this. Now they may not say capacity, but they'll say things like, I don't have the time for that, I don't have the energy for that. And so I want to talk about this concept of capacity, especially when it comes to our purpose. What do you do when you don't have capacity for your call, for your purpose? How do you navigate life if there's so much on my plate I can't even eat it all? What are the killers of low capacity? I want to give you 4 killers. Killer number 1, distractions. Killer number 1, distractions. When I'm talking about capacity, I want to give you an analogy here. I have this big old gallon bottle, container of water, if you may. The beautiful thing about this container of water is the makers, the designers, the manufacturers of this container of water has clearly stated to me that this can contain 1 gallon. This bottle of water can contain 1 gallon. In other words, no matter how much I want to fit in here, the capacity has been clearly defined by the manufacturer that it is 1 gallon. I cannot desire to put 2 gallon and see that happen because the capacity for this is 1 gallon. Why is that important? We are all been created by God, and God has given us a capacity. But many of us, like this water right here, our capacity, what we are living at, is not full to the brim. But we may not be full to the brim, but we can still feel like we are full to the brim. If this bottle or container was half empty, somebody can still feel like it's full. Many of us, we're not even all the way to our capacity, yet we feel like it. Yet we believe we are, yet we think like it, yet we act like it. And so I want to talk to you about the killers. What kills capacity? What kills capacity? Number 1 is distractions. I want to give you 4 distractions that kill capacity. Killer number 1, you're distracted by life. One of the biggest inevitable things that we all cannot seem to go around is life happens. With my high school kids, they would say life be lifing. I don't know what that means, but life happens. Change is inevitable. Life will come and life will go. Death comes, birth comes. There was this constant revolving door about life. You get a good job and you lose a job. You get a good marriage and some people lose a marriage. You get a kid and you so happy about the kid and a few years later the kid is out for college. Life happens? Many of us have not taken the time and the due diligence to understand the cycles of life. And so every time a new event or situation happens, we get caught of God and it becomes a distraction. It's almost like being distracted when you see summer or wind or rain or sunshine. Life distracts us. Life. The very things that we should be accustomed to have become a distraction for us. What aspect of life is distracting you? Maybe it's social media that's never changing, the place where everybody gets to highlight their success and hide their failures. What part of life are you what part of an inevitable thing are you distracted by? Number two distraction, we're distracted by our job, by work. When I say work, I'm talking about work outside your original assignment, your original duty. In other words, being a busybody. There's people who work in the job and, sometimes they may feel unappreciated. And it's very common. Many people feel unappreciated in a job for doing extra than what was prescribed for them to do. And so when they get caught up doing the extra, they end up not doing the very thing that's utilized to measure their effectiveness. And so, for example, if I told you that you should, every time you come in here, you're going to get a purpose podcast, you're going to get teachings and trainings that will develop you to live out your purpose. But then I introduce a podcast where you come in here and I begin to play the piano and I begin to play the drums and I begin to sing and I'm doing everything and I'm giving you what I consider to be value, most people will click off, because what they click on for is to listen to a podcast that would enrich them, that would develop them, that would push them into their purpose. So many of us, we have been distracted by work that was not really originally the very work we were ordained or assigned to do. And that could mean literally, that could mean figuratively, whatever it may be, we're distracted by work outside of our original assigned duty. Another distraction is we're distracted by other people's lives and circumstances. This kind of ties into life, but this is other people's life. Many of us, we're so locked in to another person's story. That's the reason why social media is booming, and it's always going to boom, and there's always going to be a new thing and another new thing, because many of us, we are fascinated by another person's life. That's the reason why we go from story to story. We go from TikTok to TikTok. We click to click, and we click the next thing. We're so consumed with how someone else is living their life that we forget to live ours. Somebody commented on your post, so you see a post and immediately you rush to the comment section. Why are you so concerned with what someone else said about another thing? We love the comment sections. Immediately you watch a video, the first thing you do is go click on the comment section. We're distracted by other people's life and circumstance. And the fourth distraction, we're distracted by religion. For many of us who are believers, who believe in Jesus Christ to be our Lord and our personal Savior, we have traded effectiveness for religious activity. Somewhere in our mind, we believe I can be religious and unprofessional. I can be religious and have no administrative qualities. I can be religious and still do things in chaos. I can be religious and be last minute. I can be religious and be disorganized. And all of those things are false. As a matter of fact, your belief in God should produce a level of excellence in the marketplace. Your belief in God should produce a level of professionalism in the marketplace. Your belief in God should produce something so captivating within your flesh that we can tell this person of a truth believes in God. Your belief in God should produce a level of emotional intelligence that is beyond the realm of this earth. Your belief in God should make you stand out. But many of us, we have allowed religion to distract us, causing us to have a low capacity to perform the very task that we have been ordained to perform. So number one killer of capacity, distractions. Number two killer of low capacity, killer of high capacity, should I say, is a lack of competence. Paul told Timothy something in 2 Timothy 2:15. He said, study to show yourself approved, a workman that needs not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. We know the Bible was not written in English. And so when you study that word study, it's actually in the Greek, it means to use speed, to make effort, to be prompt or earnest, to do diligence and to be diligent. Many of us, we have not done the due diligence that is required for us to live a life of purpose. So our capacity is low because our competence is low. How much of what you're trying to do you know? How much of that business that you're looking to get into do you know? How much of that adventure that you're looking to get into do you know? We don't study the market. We don't study ourselves. We don't study the things that would equip us with the tools and the strategies needed to be able to achieve our desired outcome. Have you studied to show yourself approved? Have you studied the very thing that you're trying to do, the very thing that you're trying to accomplish? Have you studied to show yourself approved, a workman, a workwoman that don't need to be ashamed? That means the way to eradicate shame when it comes to your purpose is through the tool and the weapon of studying. I can eradicate shame in acting out my purpose if I weaponize studying. Studying is a secret place. Studying is behind the scenes. Studying is you taking the time to say, I must master this craft. I got to learn this thing. I got to understand this thing. I am not willing to sabotage my destiny. Low competence kills high capacity. Number 3, killer of high capacity: lack of fear of God. Many of us, we misunderstood the original meaning of being created by God. If God created you, that means God gave you an assignment already. And we don't treat our assignment like a God-given assignment. So we go to the job and we are lackluster in the job. We run the business like it means nothing to us. We do everything like it's absolutely nothing. But the Bible actually says something that I think was so interesting. In the book, I'm about to pull it up right here on my phone so that way I can be able to read it to you. It is in Colossians chapter 3 from verse 23. It says, whatever you do, do it from the heart as something done for the Lord and not for people. Whatever you do it from the heart as something done for the Lord and not for people. Have you done something for the Lord? Do you run your business like it's for the Lord? Do you pursue your purpose like it's for the Lord? Do you pursue your career like it's for the Lord? Do you show up to your job like it's for the Lord? Do you show up to that task like it's for the Lord? Do you pursue the very thing that God has called you to like it's for the Lord? The fear of the Lord, when it's not there, it kills high capacity. When I don't believe that I'm doing this for God, I would do it in a lackluster way. When I'm doing this thing and I'm doing it for God, I have to show up early. I have to leave late. I have to be excellent. I have to put in the effort and I got to put in the work. Why? Because I'm doing this for God. What is the killer of high capacity? The lack of the fear of God. And here's the last one. The last killer of high capacity is a lack of prioritization. Many of us lack the gift to prioritize. We get so consumed with putting everything first in our mind. I want to do this. I got to get this done. I got to get that done. I'm planning on doing this. I'm planning on doing that. It's a lot on my mind. It's a lot on my plate. It's a lot here. It's a lot there. And we get so consumed. We get so consumed. And by the time we are done being consumed, nothing got done because we refuse to list or to rate the very task and the very things we're trying to do based on order of importance. So I want to give you the 4 Ds of time management that will help you with prioritization. The first D is do. The second D is delay. The third D is delegate. And the fourth D is delete. Do, defer, delegate, delete. Do, defer, delegate, delete. Do, defer, delegate, delete. You see, each time you get a task or a project, I want you to place it into one of these categories to help you manage your time. I want you to be able to measure each task, each project, each adventure by the level of importance and level of positive and negative impact. Number one, you got to ask yourself, what is the positive impact of this action? Number two, what is the negative impact of this action? Number three, who or what suffers if I don't do this? Here's some practical example. All right. So for the items that you have that's in the do, you want to work on tasks that only takes a few minutes to complete. It could be quickly accomplishing a series of smaller tasks that will help you build momentum for working on larger projects. And this can be something that's similar to answering an email, returning a phone call, or printing a report. You want to do the things that are small that will take a few minutes, a few moments to get done. So anything within your task, within your list that you have written out, ask yourself, which of these things would cost me the minute, a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, which of these things will cost me the least amount of time for me to get it done? That thing should fall into your do category. Okay. The defer category is for you to temporarily pause a task that doesn't need to be handled right away and schedule when you have the availability. These examples could be a new request from a colleague or a new project idea. So you look at your list again and you ask yourself, which of these things can I temporarily pause that does not need to be handled right away? Maybe I can handle it next week. Maybe I can handle it next month. Which of these things on my list do I need to defer or delay? Then the next D is delegate. Reassigning an essential task to someone else. An example could be weighing the tasks that benefit from your specific expertise, or deliver it to someone else who will get you the same desired outcome, regardless of who they are. So, for example, for me, I like to mow grass. I like to mow grass because my dad forced me to do it in a sense. I want to say forced, but I didn't really have an option. I was voluntold to do it. Right? But when we got a house, my wife and I, we were under this impression, and I already knew it going into the marriage, that I was going to be the one mowing the grass. Although I am skilled in mowing it, although I enjoy mowing it, it takes away time from other things that I need to do. And so I measured and weighed out the cost and hired a company that would help me mow my grass on a bi-weekly basis. That's what we call delegation. I delegated the task because I know that with a company working it, I would still get the desired outcome that I wanted. The grass would still be cut. And so if you have a task that you know you can delegate to someone on your team or in your life that will give you the same desired outcome, you should delegate it. All right. The last one is delete. Delete is remove unnecessary tasks from your schedule and move on. This can be unproductive meetings, an unnecessary email, a scam. What are some things in your life, in your task, in your resume that you are saying, this is simply unproductive? This is not going to get me anywhere. This is not going to attach to my goal. This is not attached to my purpose. This is a waste of time. Those things, you're not supposed to do them. You're not supposed to defer them. You're not supposed to delegate them. You are supposed to delete them. All of these things will work together and help you in your prioritization so you can get the work done. So you ask me, what are the killers of high capacity? Killer number one, distraction. Killer number two, lack of competence. Killer number three, lack of the fear of God. And the killer number four, prioritization. If you want to have high capacity in your life, prioritize, have the fear of God, study to show yourself approved, have competence, and kill every distraction in your life. It has been a joy talking to you and sharing this wisdom with you. If this helped you in any kind of way, be sure to share it, subscribe, like it, send somebody else who may need this.